Run to short.
Okay, Coach, we are just west of downtown Denver off of I-25 at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Look, squeeze. Big dribble.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Going up top. And this will be caught at the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 81 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the third leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. This pass complete to Higgins. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and it'll be 3rd down. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb, and he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
Look at me, zipper.
On 1st down, Lock. Flush to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He sets to fight. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Christian McCaffrey, 89 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. That's a heck of a start to this one for him here in the first quarter.
2 receiving touchdowns, just getting the game underway, essentially. I mean, there's a long way to go. If I'm on defense, I've got to figure out how to slow this guy down, because when one guy shreds your team, that's demoralizing. Make him spread it around at least. But right now, he's showing no signs of slowing down.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. On 2nd and 12, Mayfield. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it's third down. An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Christian McCaffrey doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded in the end zone.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
He has armbar. I don't get it. I don't get it. He has armbar. He has armbar.
You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Hey, that's good. Shoot.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
First down, Browns.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Regular.
A run for Nick Chubb. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage on the play.
I don't understand it. I don't understand. I don't know how that 3-4 defense is
going to lead to a 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. Give him 6 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Back to return it, Christian McCaffrey. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
Let's go.
Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and then shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running
I gotta
play.
go the Bears side. I will go the Bears
side. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53.
Yeah.
Throwing his lock on third down. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And they will get to him at the 7 and stop him short of the first down marker. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And this is away, and I don't think Landry will get a chance to return here. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
I need to score this drive. This drive can't end, man.
The Browns drive about to get started. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that
I don't get it.
1. And that's not
Am I going to have to run empty sets the whole entire
find a way to finish
time?
these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
That's what it looks like. Because he keeps calling him Cover 3. And until I burn him or
A
something.
3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ.
I'm just going to have to continue.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
They're the same.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Mayfield now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now Chubb. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
From the gun, it's a gift to Chubb.
How's the nose that good?
Afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
All he's doing is just continuing.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Run. Jake, Delta.
Mike, 34. Bandit.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Oh my God! Please catch the ball.
Picked up by Will Parks, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
Hey, exit.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. A big play there just before halftime. 54 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Hey, Zoo. Yep. Ready?
Into the red zone, it's Locke. Flushed out right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Browns drive about to get started. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. So we're at halftime here in Denver with the Broncos leading this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is a real, I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Watch the screen. Go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's complete to McCaffrey.
Yeah, baby.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
50. Right here. Hey, Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Army.
Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Lock. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Let's go,
The
baby.
Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
33.
Check girl.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep. It's caught inside the 25. A big play that time for Cleveland. 41 yards.
They're still looking for their first touchdown of the game, and for a second, I thought they had it right there.
Looking on the sideline, it's finally good to see nods of approval as a welcome sign of life that this offense needed. From the red zone now, Mayfield. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. To throw, Mayfield. That's out to Chubb, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
180. Up.
Let's go, baby. Turn up. Get that ball. Get that.
Hey, Haywood.
Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Austin Seibert.
Seibert's kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first down, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. A very solid gain of 27. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
53 to Mike. 55.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Team 6.
53. Mike, 53.
Leo. Look at me. Go. Now.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Locke trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Go. Be driven.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the 1st down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Yeah, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested.
Bro, you keep running the stretch.
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 29 yards. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Browns drive about to get started. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Chubb going to get forward for only about a couple. 2nd and 8 forthcoming. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 27, Mayfield. He's got a man, complete. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look for Beckham in the end. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong turn, maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. I got it.
Lock again here on 2nd and 10. It's called
he's spamming.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Lock now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Here's Lock. He goes full
Incomplete.
extension, and he's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Please.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Broncos 27, Browns 6.
Let's go. 91. 5.
What we got? Mike 50, Mike 50. He don't know no better.
Now. Let's go.
Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. And he's gonna have to
Incomplete.
hook up
Stop
to something.
spamming the same plays.
He
You're just
takes this
flipping
just
it.
a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down. Locke now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And
Why do you
that will
keep
be
trying to go over
incomplete.
it?
Would have been a
The
big hitter if
receivers
they had
aren't better than
connected.
mine.
Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Locke. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Landry. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go. Mike 50. Hey, let's get in that.
On 2nd down, here's Locke. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Check 99. Check 99. Check 52.
Throwing his Locke on 3rd down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun.
You got it, son.
Locked to throw for it on 4th. And he gets it to Funchess complete. A Bronco first. start, 12 yards on the play.
And the Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Got it.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Greystone, travel.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. 4th quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, inbounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
You got nothing. Check, check. Lucky.
Hey, lock it. Ready?
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Lock. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught inside the 5. And all the way home for a Broncos score. DK Metcalf, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus now for the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Makes the score Broncos 34, Browns 6. Brandon McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
180.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And he
He's
rifles
glitching.
one incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting up.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Jeremiah Tauchu in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's going to fire one deep left sideline.
No.
And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. Oh, the lonely punter inside their own 20 figured for sure they were punting this away. They did not, and the move does not pay off.
You think someone put up the stop signal when he started to trot over the sideline? Nope, no, son. We're going to go for it here. Usually when you see a team do these types of things, it's because they're so dominant that they don't believe that they can get beat. This is much more of what you see in a high school game, maybe some of those mismatched college games. But in the NFL, any given Sunday is a phrase they take seriously. And guess what? That one's probably going to backfire.
From the 16, Lock. Flush to his right. Looking sideline, incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
On 3rd down, Lock. To to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Mike, 53, Mike.
On,
they'll go for it. It's locked. And it is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
Oh, okay,
There's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Everyone has their strengths, able to move to their right or their left, being able to throw the football. So that means you've got to work on both because you never know which way you're going to get flushed by pressure. In this situation, able to escape to his left and makes an accurate throw.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Hey, alert 33.
And again, it's Mayfield, eluding the pressure right. He finds Beckham complete. An explosive 38-yard pickup. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They'll come out in the pistol.
51. Watch the slant. Check nickel.
They'll give it to Chubb. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will get him one closer. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, Echo.
A lot going to throw it here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. McCaffrey on the counter. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise or throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Locke. Flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. The ball comes out. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
Ready? 90, Wolf.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He's got it. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
The extra point up and good, but this one was decided anyway, as that will be the final action in this ball game. So we had action to the very end of this one. The score on the final play that they didn't need to have. They didn't just run out the clock, though. They added to their final total.
Played it all the way to the end, and you know, some coaches preach that and tell their teams, that's what I want all the time, and they feel like if they don't do it themselves, they're not living up to the message that they're sending out.
So for the Broncos, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.